I just hit 30,000 subscribers today. That is 4 years worth of hard work, and I promised that I would show you exactly how much you can earn at 30,000 subscribers. Let's jump into my analytics. Now, as you can see here, I just hit 30,000 subscribers and an extra 20 overnight. Now, I'm what's known as a utility channel. Basically, I teach you something in tutorials, you come into me and then you leave. There's no real virality in me. I might be lucky enough that one of my tutorials is so commonly asked that I get placed on search results, but I'm not gonna go megally viral like a Mr. Beast blowing up a load of fireworks or a Logan Paul walking into that wood in Japan. But the advantage I have is that because I am a utility channel, I might get a slightly higher CPM rate compared to entertainment channels. So let's dive into my analytics. As I promised, it's going to be the lifetime of my channel. So you can see right back here, my channel's been around since November 2016. I didn't really start uploading until the start of July in 2017. So that's where we're gonna start from, July 2017. See, over the life of the channel, I've earned $13,267, which in rough maths is around about £10,000, but I wasn't monetized until August of 2018. So it took me almost 14 months to get the 1,000 subscriber, 4,000 hours worth of watch time. Let's switch over to the revenue tab. All the way back in November, nothing, right? Here, there was a few pence, right? That's before they had the rule that you needed 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours worth of watch time. And then it started trickling in here around about $1 or so a day. And that was kind of consistent, $1 a day, $2 a day in December that year, and then it slowly ramped up to $5, $6 a day as the channel grew. And you see, over the same time, it was a fairly steady growth. There was nothing that went mega viral. I had a little pop in August of 2018, but mostly it was the more videos I published, the more content I could make, the more people could find me. And then by the end of my second year, I was getting around about 3,000 views per day, which is what coincides with me being monetized here. So around about 3,000 views per day made me around about $1 or so a day. Now it all kind of bimbled along. By the second year of monetization, around about August in 2019, you're looking at around about $8, which is around about 20-odd thousand views per day. And a little tidbit for you, it's around about 4-5% click-through rate. Now you'll see here that I later started improving my click-through rate, and I made a real target out of it in 2020 as I moved it from around about 7%, 8% at the start of 2020, all the way up to the 11-12% in as it is now. The reason for this is that if I could pull more people in, as you can see here, if I could pull more people in and then the illness kicked in, not only am I getting more impressions, but I'm getting more views. Those more views means more potential for ad revenue, and that's when my income exploded through the ads on the channel. You can see here, January 2020, around about $6 per day, and then you'll hit March, and that's when everybody started to be locked up in the UK. It's also around about the time that advertisers thaw from the Christmas non-spend, because they spend a lot of money in October, November, December, and then they stop spending in January. But as you can see here, as I got more and more views throughout 2020, it started to accelerate all the way up to a peak here of $54 in one day on the 11th of December, leading up into Christmas. This at around about a time when I was getting around about 10,000 views per day. So 10,000 views per day, $50-ish per day at that point in December. And then we've had a dip down here, as you can see, into January, because advertisers don't spend in January that much. And now it's coming back up into February and March. Now, what kind of effect does this have on CPM? Now, I've got an outlier here, right, where all of a sudden in one day, supposedly I got a load of adverts in one day worth $360 odd, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit that out, and I'll show you most importantly the last 365 days. You'll see here in the last 365 days, my CPM's been around about $5 to $8 throughout the normal time of the year. And then in September, August, September, it started trending upwards towards $10, $11 CPM. And then in November, December, it trended up to $14 CPM. And now switching back to RPM, because you can see the graph a little bit better again, right? Yes, you've got that spike here, but you'll see that RPM in general knocks around about $2 CPM for my utility channel, teaching you YouTube. On average, it always seems to bounce around about $2, $3 at a push. And then in the last year, it started rising to $3, $4, capping out at $5 just before Christmas. Now, once again, this is a combination of my CPM was better. There was now more adverts being served against my content because YouTube shrunk the allowance for mid-rolls from 10 minutes to 8 minutes, and that worked on my back catalogue. More and more people are using YouTube Red, and overall compound interest, more and more people returning to make adverts for the platform. Now, as you can see here, my revenue sources lifetime on the account up to 30,000 subscribers. Most of the $13,000 that I've made is through estimated YouTube ad revenue, the YouTube Premium service, so where you pay to have the adverts removed and then I get a percentage of the watch time that you are viewing. If you want to understand how YouTube Premium works, there's a link to my blog about it down below. But basically the way it means is that you have adverts removed. If you watch 5 people and equally 5 people's videos, then I get a fifth of your, I don't know, $9. But you'll see here I've made around about $100 out of YouTube Premium, or former YouTube Red, and I've made $12 in Superchats because I don't do live streams that often, if ever. So the people that have donated that, thank you very much. Maybe in the long run, I'll do a live stream Q&A. If you're up for that, let me know. Scrolling down here, you can see once again, transaction for revenue. So transactions are your Superchats, $11 in Superchats, 49 cents in Super Stickers. The ad types over the life of the account, mainly skippable ads, you know, the ones, the 5-second ones at the start. Bumper ads, the little banners that are at the bottom of this video here. Non-skippable ads, those are the ones that are more expensive, but these are still auction. In other words, I've still bidded to be there. Display ads, the ones on the side of the video, above all the suggestions. And then skippable video ads reserved. Now, reserves are your premium ones. These are the ones that Sony pay a very, very large amount of money as a chunk, right? And then you'll get a little bit more for that, right? And it'll be fixed. These tend to be people like Squarespace and GoDaddy and all of the ones that you've seen over and over again that are a large entity that's bought a block from YouTube. Whilst I could bid for a non-skippable at the start of your video and go from that way, non-skippables tend to be more expensive. But overall, as you can see here, it's a snowball effect. The more videos I made, the more stock YouTube could advertise against. I've been making 3 videos a week every week for 3 to 4 years now, so I'm probably at around about the 700 video mark. I've privated a few, I've removed a few, right? But as I gained more and more videos, there was more and more places that people could place adverts against. I got better at making videos that got consistent views, because sometimes right at the start you'll upload a video and that video will maybe never get seen ever again after a year later. But as I got better at making videos that continue to hook search traffic today, tomorrow, next week, you'll see that those then build up. And those are things that are the bread and butter of your channel. If you have 700 videos and 500 of them at least get 10, 20, 30 views a day, that's a chance that those are 10, 20, 30 adverts that are, once again, $1, $2, $3 per 1,000 views, in my case, in my educational niche. So please let me know how much you've earned on your platform on the lifetime of your account. Roughly, what is your CPM and RPM? Remember, you can do that by going to CPM, lifetime of the account, and then just going along the line to see roughly where it bounces throughout the year. If you like this deep dive into the finances of YouTube, maybe I can do a how much I earn in a month and how much I earn in 2021, and maybe even how much I earn using affiliate incomes and consultations in the future. But next week, I'm going to show you exactly how I prepare, plan and upload my YouTube videos. Now I know this sounds fairly normal and simple, but you'll be amazed how much extra stuff you might have to do alongside click, upload to make a video really stand out and stand a chance on this platform. If you're wondering about the colour behind me, check out my studio tour here.